Why highly advanced spiritual people prefer to be alone. A lot of highly intelligent and spiritual people in history had a solitary life with a selective social circle. They say the higher you go, the colder it gets. Buddha left the palace, his wife, and his child to live a solitary life. Jesus never got married, and would sometimes live on the streets. Nikola Tesla died alone in his room, never married, and had no children. You get the idea, but the question is why these people either end up being alone for most of their life or why they prefer to be alone? So, here are the reasons that would explain why highly advanced spiritual people prefer to be alone. Solitude. It is true that you can only appreciate a building when viewed from the outside, and from a vantage point only you can see the bigger picture. What this means is that when you are close to something, you cannot see its completeness, only when there is scarcity that's when something becomes precious. For a highly spiritual individual, solitude is not an accident, but a practice that allows them to see things clearly and completely. So, when they have an opportunity to have a social life, they are there 100% and not taking it for granted. They live their truth. Since a highly spiritual person lives by their inner truth, they will follow that path regardless of social conditions. Human behavior tends to follow the latest fashion, topics, mentality, and so on. However, a spiritual person realizes all these trending lifestyles are not meant to last, so they have adjusted their mentality to things that are timeless. More space for self-reflection. A highly spiritual person is constantly reflecting and contemplating many things in life, something that becomes a challenge when they are constantly interacting socially. Self-reflection becomes second nature because they see the world around them with a deeper meaning and levels than average people. A higher perspective. Spiritual people gain a more profound understanding and awareness of life, in the sense that even their thought patterns are different. So, it becomes more difficult for other people to understand them or even exchange ideas. Then they are better suited to being alone than having other people interfering with their trends of thoughts. A sense of contentment. While it is perfectly normal for humans to seek social status, a highly spiritual person is content with life. They have peace of mind with what they have and are not seeking approval or validation from society. They are simply happy with who they are and what they have. As a result, this reflects a spiritual maturity with a broader view of reality than is initially apparent. It means all their attention is focused on something other than the physical world. Conclusion. A highly advanced spiritual person is simply not an ordinary person. They are here in this realm for a special purpose, as I mentioned with Buddha and others. If you find yourself with these qualities, then you are a gem. Don't feel ashamed about who you are, embrace it for self-discovery. And realize that maybe you are unhappy about loneliness because you are trying to live a life that isn't you. The ideas of others are what make you feel lonely and sad. No, one is really lonely, because the entire universe embraces you as a cosmic child. If you enjoy social interaction, don't try to be like them to prove anything, be a human, as that is what you are also here for. Enjoy every moment and experience you have as a human being, as this is the gift to your soul.